Hey everybody, today we're going to do an unboxing. I had mentioned in one of my first videos that I barely own any American Silver Eagles, and that's really because the premiums on them have been ridiculous ever since I started stacking, and that's about 2.5 years ago. So even if you were to compare last September's spot price when it was in the ballpark of around $17, you still had American Silver Eagles selling for $32 at that time. And I received an email the other day from one of the online dealers with a special on American Silver Eagles. So I started digging around a little bit, and there's of course a website you can use to look up anything in particular, and it should give you a sense of where all the best pricing is. And you should really always shop around. In my case, I've got a few dealers that I like checking out. I've found that depending on how I'm paying, certain dealers will have some of the best deals. So in this case, I knew that I had a certain amount to spend, but I was going to be using a check, and Monument Metals provided the best deal on that particular day, and I was able to get some American Silver Eagles for less than $30. And when I compared that to other government issued coins, for example, the Canadian maple was selling for 29 something, I think, on that day, and the Armenia Noah's Ark coin was selling for 27, I think, 26 something. So relatively speaking, it was actually a great price, I felt like. And so I grabbed a handful of my own, and rather for myself, and thought I would share my reasoning so that some of you can maybe take advantage of these specials in lower premiums that we're seeing as well. Oops, looked like I cut a little bit of that. So hey, there's a good case in point. I always only use a box cutter for that very reason. You see some of these guys with these ridiculous knives on their channels, and I think they're just trying to get somebody to send them awesome, cool knives, but it's really overkill, and you can just see what a terrible box cutter I have right here. This isn't even considered a box cutter, is it? And the damage you can do, so hey, maybe don't do that. I was really stoked actually to order these because, like I said, I don't have any American Silver Eagles in my collection so far. These are my first. So I was very stoked. And Monument Metals does not sponsor this video or anything like that, but I do some price comparisons, and whenever I've paid with a check, they've been worth checking for sure. So maybe do the same.